Welcome to Math Simplified. This video is for 9th standard students. Please subscribe and share with your friends also. Today we are going to study irrational numbers. In the previous video we studied about rational numbers and we did a lot of sums on them. This video we are going to do irrational numbers. Definition: an irrational number is a number that cannot be expressed as an ordinary ratio of two integers. So you know what is an ordinary ratio of two integers? That is a rational number. So in other words we can say the numbers which are not rational, they are irrational numbers. Okay, these irrational numbers also can be written in a decimal form. So, but the decimal expression will be non-terminating and non-recurring. For example, 4.3257 dot dot. See, this is non-terminating and it's non-recurring. None of the digits are getting repeated. So, this is an example of an irrational number. Non-terminating, non-recurring. Whereas rational numbers will be non-terminating but it will be recurring. We did examples of those in the previous video. Okay. Now, irrational numbers can be plotted on a number line just like any other numbers. Examples of irrational numbers: square root of all prime numbers. We know prime numbers: square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5. They are all examples of irrational numbers. Then the number pi, then Euler's number E, the golden ratio. These are all examples of irrational numbers. Okay, so the real numbers will include both rational and irrational, and it is denoted by R. So now let's go to the exercise. Exercise 2.3. Represent the following irrational numbers on a number line. So we already know that irrational numbers can be plotted on a number line just like any other number. So how are we going to plot root 3? Okay, so this is the diagram. First you draw a line like this. Take a point A. Put this point here. From A to B you should measure 3 centimeter. Okay, so put the point B at a distance of 3 centimeter from A. Then plot the point C at a distance of 1 centimeter from B. So you have got these 3 points A, B and C. Now you should find the midpoint of AC. So draw 2 arcs like this. You know how to do the midpoint. Join the line, you get this midpoint O. Keeping this as the midpoint, draw a semicircle. So this will be the semicircle. Okay. Now from this point B, you should draw a perpendicular to the semicircle. Perpendicular means this angle should be 90 degree. So you draw the perpendicular, it will touch the semicircle on a point N. This distance BN is the square root 3. So you want to plot it on this line, number line. So you are going to measure this distance and plot the point P. So BP is equal to root 3. BN is equal to BP is equal to root 3. So this is the method to plot a irrational number on a number line. Okay, the next sum, square root of 4.7. The steps are the same. First draw a line, plot the point A. From A to B, the distance should be 4.7 centimeter. Plot B. Then you have to take 1 centimeter and plot C. BC will be 1 centimeter. Okay, once you have plotted A, B and C, find the midpoint of AC and you will get this point O. Keeping this as the center, draw a semicircle like this. And then from the point B, draw a perpendicular to the semicircle. It will touch the semicircle in the point N. This distance BN is square root 4.7. So you can measure this distance and draw an arc to the line and you will get this point P. This distance BP is square root 4.7. Again the same type, square root 6.5. Okay, again the same. So A to B should be 6.5 centimeter, B to C 1 centimeter. Find the midpoint of AC, that is O. Draw a semicircle with O as the center. Then draw a perpendicular from B it will touch the semicircle in n. This bn is the distance root 6.5, and then to plot it on the line, take an arc of the same length and cut it on the line like this. This point is P. This is the square root of 6.5. Okay. Question 2. Find any two irrational numbers between 0.30100011 like this, and the next number is 0.302000200002 ... So these are two irrational numbers. How do we say they are irrational? Because first of all, they are not terminating. At the same time, none of the numbers are getting repeated periodically. Okay, so they are irrational numbers. So we are going to find numbers in between these two numbers. So if you look closely, this is 30, 10, okay, and then there are numbers. So 3010, and here it is 3020. So in between numbers will be between 3010 and 3020. So what are the numbers? 3011, 3012, 3013. So up till 20 we can take any numbers in between. So 30, I have taken 3012 and 3013. And after that you can put any numbers, random numbers, it doesn't matter, then just put ... So even after 3012 also you can put ... doesn't matter. So these are the two numbers. We can say that they are in between these two numbers. See, there are infinitely many numbers in between any irrational numbers. So you can choose and write whatever numbers you want to write. Only thing, make sure those numbers are in between these two numbers. Okay, 6 upon 7 and 12 upon 13. So first convert this into the decimal form. 6 upon 7, you can write it like this. 12 upon 13, like this. Now look at the range. This is 0.85, this is 0.92. So the numbers we choose should be between 0.85 and 0.92. So it can be 0.86, 0.87, 0.88, 0.90, 0.91, so anything. So you can choose. I have chosen 0.86, and these numbers you can put any numbers, and I have chosen 0.9045, which is in between for 0.85 and 0.92. So you can choose any number which you like. Okay. Next question. Find any two irrational numbers between root 2 and root 3. So root 2, we know it is 1.414 ... Please memorize these values. Root 3 is 1.732 ... So in between these two. So what is the range? This is 1.4, this is 1.7. So any numbers in between these two. So I have taken 1.5645 ... and 1.6. So 1.5 and 1.6 is in between 1.4 and 1.7. The rest of the numbers can be any numbers, and you can keep it non-terminating like this. So these are the two irrational numbers. You can choose any number you like. Find any two rational numbers. Okay, now here they are asking rational numbers between these two irrational numbers. These are two irrational numbers. Why? Because they are non-terminating and they are non-recurring. There is no repetition of digits. So it is an irrational number. Okay, let us see. This is what? 2.2360, 2.2365. So 60 and 65. In between we can choose any numbers. So I can choose 2.2361 and any numbers after that. Okay, or 62, 63, 64. Up to 60, you should not choose 65 because we want in between numbers. So from 60 to 65. So you can write down 2.23, 63, 64. Now we need rational numbers. We know that terminating numbers are rational numbers. So I am going to terminate these decimals. I am not going to put ... So this becomes a rational number. So this can be your choice of any two rational numbers in between these two. You can choose any other number also, it's up to you. So here we come to the end of the exercise. Please go through the video once again, and you can pause the video and practice the sums.